Over red and black, can't stop. Unlock the trunk and pop that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who knocking at your door? Oh, Just Bake channel. What about that intro, niggas? Huh? Just welcome to the Just Bake channel, niggas. It's this here and that there. Watermelons and pumpkins. It's a just baking watermelons and pumpkins together to make one gourd.
Fresh out the oven, it's
Come on.
just baked.
It's just baked. I am young past ride, nigga. Look at the top. You see the young pastry shit, nigga. I'm out here baking my life. All right, giving you fresh, lightly brown coated. Light brown? Toasted. I said coated. Toasted, nigga. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Just Bake channel, man. The watermelon versus pumpkin. Watermelon here. VS in the middle. And there's a pumpkin there. Wars. Gourd wars. But not wars. Discussions. Enlightenments.
Battles,
nigga. You know, deep intertwined.
Scrums.
Scrummies.
Scrimmages.
Yo, get your scrums off the floor.
Sparring, if you will. That verbal spar.
Oof. This is episode, what was it?
103.
103. 103 niggas done came for you. I don't know.
103 hours of content. That's interesting to think about.
Make a book, audio book for you niggas. Just
Couple of days on them.
Yeah, get a drive, nigga. When you drive and you dive into your
Ted Kennedy.
They ain't ready. They ain't ready for it. Welcome, niggas. Niggas, this is 103, man. Just Bake channel, watermelon versus pumpkin. I'm young pastry, man. This is what's happening right now. Drink my water while you sink.
We passing a rye. I am his, not your co-host, Lil Mattress. Hit us up, watermelonversuspumpkin.com. Click down below if you're watching us on the YouTube to get all the deals that we have going on down there. You'll see gbiclothing.com. That's where you can support. Grab a t-shirt, grab a poster, grab a towel, grab a sock, grab what you ever want to. Snag a lock.
Socks in here.
Use code watermelon to get 10% off. We here, episode 103. Every week we come to you talking as a black man and a white man. Who's who sometimes, I don't know. But we talk to you about the topic at hand, which is basically what's happening in the news, what's happening in our lives, and we come and bring it to you live, raw, uncut, right alongside your other favorite podcast, which we are on every podcast formula possible, every podcast shelf. Wherever your favorites are at, we're there right next to them like a blind date. So like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend that these black men are at it again.
Tell them that we at it again. Tell a friend to tell a friend, nigga. Benjamin's. Yeah, I mean, this
Killing
bar.
Spider-Man's uncle, so I'm stabbing the Ben. Now, what does it mean?
Yeah. Y'all know. Front row, front seat, popcorn in hand. Indulge, nigga.
What's mightier? Cut you with a sword or stab you with a pen.
Ooh. You know, Drake's been stabbed with a pen before. I've heard that. Heard that. Heard he ate it, too. Just like he took that shot like, yeah, it's nothing. That's, he came up with that dance that way. You know what I mean? You know that dance he be doing? That's that staggering.
I remember Rhonda from the Bahamas. Thought she would be my baby mama.
But she left me for a nigga with a Honda.
Hold up.
Wait.
Let me stop.
Yeah, man, 103. We came in like a fucking jet, man.
Miley
Flying
Cyrus
through.
came in like a wrecking ball.
Right. And we came in through like a jet and landed. All right. And we're smooth, man. And Antonio Brown still don't have a job. In case the world's wondering about that. I don't think anybody really cares. So maybe they do. Antonio Brown's mind, they all do care. In his mind, everyone's losing sleep of where he's going to be.
But I guarantee you not when he falls asleep at night. He starts learning like, oh, shit, nobody's talking about me anymore.
Cares.
No one's coming to get me. No one gives a fuck.
Right. Well, the thing is that if a team were to sign him right now, he wouldn't be able to play because of the NFL hasn't dropped their penalty on him yet. As far as whatever, they got to wait for all the shit to ride out with his accusations and all that shit. So the NFL's like, nah, some kind of exemption shit where you could hire him. Yeah, that's cool. He's just going to sit there taking a room because you're not going to play him. Not this year, not right now.
That's ugly.
So my boys, Philly, were talked about as being a possible spot. He's a Pennsylvania, not native, but he was in Pittsburgh for some time. So, he knows the area. But,
he'd go anywhere right now, bro.
Yeah,
He's so fucking... True. He would be so thankful
Miami
to be
Dolphins,
anywhere.
He would love that. Because
and I'm not saying he wouldn't fuck it up. He might still get back in it, feel like he's fresh again, and fuck the whole shit up. But yeah, he would take any job that was offered to him right now. Yeah. Definitely.
So go with the Miami Dolphins, the worst team in the league, and he's from Florida. So it makes sense. Miami,
Flow right
he'll be
out.
home. He'll be home. He was a Dolphins fan growing up. Go ahead, man. Go back home to the Fins, man. Do what you do. But what you're not going to do is play this year. And that's that. So the season's actually winding down a little bit, just to tap on that a little bit. Week 14 just got under wraps and bagged out. So we're going into the last 3 weeks of the season, man. And there are some front runners, and there are some men playing hella ball, and some people that aren't playing that great. One of the best, I guess the best of the worst teams is the New England Patriots to me.
I heard that they're cheating again.
Yeah.
Word on the street.
The word on the street, the scuttlebutt is there's allegations of one of their staff members was in the booth. Supposedly he was stating that when he got caught, he stated this, he was doing a documentary, and that's why he was filming. But this member from the Cincinnati Bengals staff was like, no, it looks like you're probably filming our plays. You know what I mean? Which, if you know a little bit about it, the Patriots have been accused of this in the past. And I think they were actually, shit got brought up on them because of it. The Spygate allegations and everything. Spygate.
I believe, who's the commissioner of the NFL? Roger Goodell?
Goodell.
Yeah, I believe Goodell brought, what's the coach of the Patriots?
Belichick is the coach, and then you got Bobby Kraft.
They said they brought Belichick and Kraft into a room because this had happened previously, and apparently Goodall, like they said he was playing a video game while it was happening. Like he kind of kept his side to them, and he was like bringing up the accusations about cheating, and apparently he just said cold, like raise up. Or get raised on, and it was that's apparently
they didn't get that. I don't think they know. They got Rose on. I think they got Rose on. So
unfortunately, they raised the camera up. So now,
yeah. So it came up to a point. Oh, good tell. Oh, great.
You know, he sat there like Dr. Claw, just bald head and just with the back to him, with the metal arm,
with the white fluffy cat on the lap, just taking over the world.
Because it already happened once before. But you know what? Hey, the partial anarchist in me says, I think that shit should be like the Wild Wild West, man. Fuck a gentleman's game. Fuck anything. I want to see some. If you can, go for it, man. Right. If we can get a spy in your organization and we leaking plays and all, do it, man.
Hey, listen, you can't be mad at the guy who's beating the system because you wish you knew how.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's like, is that?
That
might have been something.
I think you might
have just came with something new right there.
I think it could catch on.
I think that shit might hit. I think that shit might hit big, big. Yep. You niggas just heard it first, very first time ever. Whew, don't hate the player, hate the game. You niggas never heard this shit before.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God!
Only here, Watermelon versus Pumpkin. You will hear quotes that you've never heard before, straight from and that was off the top too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even pre-write that. That was off top.
These shits are not. See, you will never find index cards in this patch of gourds. This gourd patch, you ain't gonna find index cards. This shit just comes from the stem, cuz.
Couple of seeds.
It just comes from the stem.
We just sprinkling seeds on you. That's it.
Spew seeds.
Speaking of that, I saw I was in Stop and Shop today because they have the best price on broccoli. One of the beautiful things, once I got my own place and got to start fine-tuning my shopping list, where like I know the cheapest price for chicken is at ShopRite. The cheapest price for broccoli and vegetables is at Stop and Shop because they got the fucking 2-pound bags for $2. Say all that to say, I was in there and I was walking by the they have like kind of like the health food aisle. And it caught the corner of my eye because I was like, is it real? Because I've never seen them before. Watermelon flavored cough drops, bro.
Ludens put that out?
Ludens
know.
Luden and booty.
Ludens know what the world wants, man.
I was surprised, man. I thought about grabbing them, but I was like, I don't need to eat cough drops just because of this podcast. But
if it's Ludens,
next time I got them.
If it's Ludens, it's not really a cough drop. So
exactly.
You get the pictures anyways because it's like Ludens is like, that's candy, man.
I can't even imagine the amount of times I must have overdosed on vitamin C when they had those vitamin C drops where you're just like, boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. I've eaten 12 times the fucking recommended.
It's like, Mom, my throat hurts. Can you give me the Ludens? Like, damn well them shits don't work. They don't work for the sore throat. They just fucking taste really good. You got to go Halls, man. You got to get that medicinal burn in your mouth.
With the menthol.
Yeah, you need that menthol burn in your throat. Like, that works. And you'll feel it.
Yo, that's why I don't fuck around with mouthwash. Listen, I know, man, but I don't fuck around with mouthwash. I just go straight original flavor mouthwash. That garbage ass kind of yellow, kind of brown flavor of mouthwash.
No. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is.
It hurts. That's what it does, and it works because you know what? The stuff with the wintergreen and the blue and green, although they taste better, I don't taste. I just taste sugar when I have those shits in my mouth, and I swear that original nasty ass brown water.
No, I can't do it.
You got to take it to the dome.
I can't do it. I've tried.
You must.
I just get that little quick burst of minty freshness and then keep going. It's like it might not have worked, but right now I feel real.
I feel better than I did before I started.
I feel fresh. I brush the tongue and the cheeks and all that good shit. You know, you got to get in them crevices.
Scrape it.
You know what I mean? You got to get up in there. And then I just rinse it out. You know what I mean?
You know what I've been fucking with lately, too, that I tried because you see things on the internet. I did it once so far, and it was kind of crazy, is I bought activated charcoal. And you brush your teeth with activated charcoal, and it does like a shade whiter immediately.
That charcoal thing is crazy, man.
Yeah.
There is a lot of charcoal.
I can give you some to take home because because that's the other beautiful thing about Amazon. They got like 2 ounces for fucking, $17, blah, blah, blah. And then you get the page 2, get the page 3, and there's a pound for $7. Yeah, let me grab that. So I got the pound for $7.
Shits, man, where everybody's selling them, and it's like somebody's selling them for way more than it's supposed to be selling for. If you don't do your research, you're gonna buy the wrong one from the wrong person. Like, motherfucker, I should have kept looking because look, this guy got the same shit for fucking $5 cheaper or something. Yeah, they try to get you.
It's not in the nice package. Actually,
they get that's how they get you. But now I hear a lot about the charcoal products. Like, I know there's a lot of people that do like charcoal face soaps and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be something with the charcoal supposed to do things to you.
If you're watching on YouTube, this is what it is right here. This is, it's nothing fancy, but it's activated charcoal, virgin carbon hardwood derived, absorbs a variety of toxic substances. That's what it really does is, it's supposed to pull toxins from your body.
So that's what you use for, what is it, just a powder to consume, or you use that to brush your teeth with?
I used it to brush my teeth and then start brushing your teeth. You know what I'm saying? It was like a polish, boom, spit it out, then did mouthwash, then brush my teeth for real. And like immediately it was like 1 shade whiter, man. That because it just pulls away all the Duke.
And that all just for that. What else can you use it for, say?
Plenty. for everything. Like it's for, the face mask, you use it to wash your wash your hair, your nails.
Just go charcoal on them, niggas.
Yeah.
It's crazy just because it sounds crazy when somebody says it's got that grayish color. It's like it's charcoal color though too.
it's all black.
Yeah, it's
midnight.
It's charcoal.
Wesley,
man. That's real fucking charcoal you're putting on your flesh.
Oh
but,
yeah, like you need to be careful handling it because that shit will go everywhere. It's redundant.
We're all from the earth, right? We're all made of stardust anyways. We came together. We come back together.
Yo,
with
we shall return.
Elements and minerals. We intertwine and combine. But I never partake with that life. But I'm open for some things to try.
Yo, I'm gonna hit you with a goodie bag to go home.
Look at the sample.
After this podcast, I'll hit you with a goodie bag to go home with. But now I'll tell you. But one of the things that you do have to watch out for, because after I did it, it felt zestfully, but. What you have to watch out for, because I'm not sure if you know this, but when, say, if you have a dog and they eat a bag of chocolate chips and you rush them to the vet, what the vet does is they give them charcoal and they suit it and boot it. Ooh. They throw up. So when you're doing this, you got to lean forward while you're doing it, because I did that where like a little bit went down and then like, because my schedule is I brush my teeth, take a shower, then go to bed. While I was in the shower, I was like, oh, that's what charcoal does as well, is it makes you vomit. And I held it together, but it was one of those, if I wanted to pull the trigger, we could have had launch, Wow.
Shit.
So you just got to make sure you don't swallow it,
Oof, that's what I told her, but she ain't listening. I have that. Do. That's what my lady calls me, by the way. Here he comes, do-do-do, because I got a lot of do-do-doops I got a lot of that's what she said moments, and she loves it, but I get the do-do-do, you know what I mean? So you and your fucking, hey, you want me to bend down, Big? Yeah, I want you to bend down, all right. Like, I'm sorry, I can't keep a straight face sometimes. I get there. You get me all worked up, baby. I'm sorry. It's just me. It's just how I am, and, to know me is to love me is to blow me. See, I just did that.
Words spoken.
I just did that.
Words spoken.
That might be a t-shirt. Ooh, I don't even know if I can say it twice. I be saying shit I don't even know I can say twice. Say it again. Like, I don't know.
That's that flow state.
You know what I mean?
But that's why you can freestyle so well, too, because you just have that something's unlocked. You know what I
Something
mean? Like
unlocks,
there's
and
the
then
train
it's
tracks, and where some people put an e-brake here, yours is broke off. You just,
It's like, we're going downhill now. We're going downhill. Somebody pull that shit.
It's all connected.
Yeah, listen. So you niggas gonna have to record this shit and bring it back to my attention because I
bring it back. Come rewind.
That's what we have audio and video for, nigga. But Antonio Brown. I want to talk about something in the NFL, which is interesting. So that's going down with the Patriots. They're up for allegations again. So we'll see how that pans out. But the thing is funny with that is, like, the team that they're being accused of watching and cheating is, like, the third worst team in the NFL.
They were bunk, yeah.
It's like the Cincinnati Bengals. They're horrible. You know what I mean? What are you watching their plays for? Like,
Flame Bengal.
are you niggas really trying to save face? Because they're not playing that great right now anyways.
Yeah.
They're 11-3 or 10-3 or something, but they beat the Miami Dolphins and the Jets all year. So, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, they beat up on, you know what I mean? They beat some other teams, don't get me wrong, but they're not looking
so
great.
4 of their wins are from those 2 teams.
Right. And
Both
they're not looking as great offensively as the world sees. But so they're gonna get caught up. But I wanted to bring one thing to the attention of what happened. Buffalo Bills coach, I think his name was Ryan Smith, very common name, or Tim Smith, something like that. They might have been Tim.
The one and only.
Either Tim or Ryan, one of those kind of Smith brother names. He was in a radio interview. Now radio is, it's always different than that TV shit, of course, for obvious reasons. But for that sense of guys when they talk on the radio seem to have a different comfort level, and they let
a little bit looser,
right? And it's it's a different with the cameras all in your face, and now you kind of get just a normal conversation. No cameras here, you're just bullshit. So they kind of let out things. Now, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and a lot of players around the league said it wasn't that big of a deal. So I guess he was talking about strategy going against the best quarterback in the league right now is Lamar Jackson, the dude from the Baltimore Ravens. He's like he's just hit 1,000 yards rushing. So you know what I mean? It's like he's that guy, dynamic.
He's
he
that
can run.
dude.
Yeah, he's like your Michael Vick, but on steroids because he's a bigger guy than Michael Vick, and he's almost faster. You know what I mean? It's weird.
It is weird that I've seen and heard a lot of people being compared to him nowadays, because when I go to the gym now, I watch ESPN, and I've heard that, and it is weird because of the accusations against Michael Vick, that even now, for as good as of a player Michael Vick was, that's still like the first thing I think about when somebody, even though what they're saying is a very good thing, he's like a better Michael Vick because he can run and he can pass and he's super fast.
Right.
Immediately I'm like, I think DMX, where my dog's at. Immediately.
Right,
I'm always
right.
just like, wow, that dog thing really, really stuck.
Right. Yeah. No, it was, and it's crazy because he still gets he still has a job at ESPN. He gets up there as an analyst and stuff like that. I mean, he did his time too.
Did the crime, did the time.
Did the crime, did the time, and he lost a lot from it, and he hopefully gained a lot from it in life too. You know what I mean?
What?
Shit that he shouldn't be doing. Nigga.
The lesson.
You know what I mean? But
I think he did the same thing. I think he went with the Jay-Z excuse of I didn't know I couldn't do that, and this is how I was raised.
Right.
Which I get it. Some people are raised to that.
Right.
You know,
it's nothing.
dogs are different.
Right. It's true, and I mean I've been around that scene of seeing like I know cats that know the pit fights and shit. You know what I mean? Like I was raised a little different. Like my mother was an animal lover, so it wasn't like when you get people like it's real in certain communities. Like I know a lot of people that like in the hood like. They are not from animal-loving families. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, ew, hell no, get that shit away from me. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? A dog, a cat, ew, that's nasty, disgusting. You know what I mean? So it's not, there's no animal love there. So to see them fight and kill each other and bet on it, it's nothing to somebody. You know what I mean? They don't have that. And it's like, you could say that, oh, I didn't know. Like, you had to know it was kind of wrong. Like, when you're doing something that's wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? There's matter, like, it's just, you're just admitting it's wrong now because you got caught. So,
and that ain't right.
But so this guy from the Buffalo Bills, now they're talking about pregame going into the game, and how hard is it to stop Lamar Jackson and what he does. And he was like, well, it's really hard, because he does the read option a lot, where the read option is where they, he has the option. Yeah, he has the option to either give it to the running back or he could dip and run. Now, they have to keep in mind of that because he's such a elusive runner that they have to watch him. So he was saying that, well, what makes it difficult is because of his dark skin. That's his exact words. His dark skin and the ball being dark and his dark jersey. That the mesh point of the mesh point of the fake handoff, it's hard to see it. You know what I mean? So
I understand. So where are we?
Right, but
so what's wrong?
And this is like a lot of black analysts and players is like nobody was offended by that.
Yeah.
What happened was the radio went through, everything went through, and it wasn't a big explosion. But somebody from the San Francisco Tribune went and said, "Hey, did you hear what you call it said?"
And said, "Hey, we're supposed to be offended by this."
Right. It turned into that whole, "Hey, did you hear what you call it said?"
Yeah.
Why isn't nobody saying nothing about that? He said his dark skin and the ball's dark, and no, he's like
he said a bunch of things that are true.
Right.
Let's get mad.
Right. So I mean, there was a lot of sayings like. And it's funny, like, hearing, like, the black analysts kind of trying to stick up for the dude. Is like, hey, listen, man, we all know about certain things. It's, he just forgot where he was. He forgot that by saying these things, it's going to lead to something. But that's not nothing nobody's losing sleep over.
I feel almost like he forgot that everybody's a pussy nowadays. And as somebody who's going to get offended by everything.
Right. It's like, oh, it's dark skin. It's like, he probably shouldn't have said it in the position he's in, and him being the public safety, to his job and the yada yada, But it's like nobody really lost sleep over it. He said because one of the analysts said, to be honest, man, if we said, he said, if black said it to the black, if black said it to it's all good. Like, he was like, yo, man, if it's, light skin versus dark skin thing, they were talking about that. Light skin versus dark skin. He said, we do this shit on the show all the time. Come on, man, light skin versus dark skin. You know what I mean? It's nothing. It's like, yeah, man, it's hard to see that ball with that dark skin. You know what I mean? Blend it in. You know what I mean? And that'll be ha, ha, ha. You know what I mean? But it's like, he can't do it because of,
It's so weird how, like, we could be black and white in the same room, but God forbid don't bring it up that it's actually a real thing. When it's like, it's not, no other person has more value than the other person. Right. It's literally like, yo, that ball is dark. Like, if I assume that it might be the same in the baseball when a white pitcher has a white ball.
Right. They said it was never meant to. They said, well, nobody ever says that. So, yeah, but that could be a thing that there could be a coach that maybe never said it in public, but it doesn't mean they don't feel that way. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's a little easier to see the ball come off the hand than somebody with brown skin, Spanish. Excuse me, a lot of Spanish players in the league with brown skin, with darker skin and shit, a lot of Dominicans and shit, and maybe it's easier to see coming off their hand because it's the brown follow through. But guys, if you think about baseball, it's a little different because everybody's palms are white. You know what I mean? So it's all gonna come off the same way. But I mean, it was like the best way I think somebody when they were saying this, that listen, nobody sees that. He said, I don't think it's seen as being a racist, bigoted remark. He said it was probably an unprofessional remark. You know what I mean? Like in his profession he's in, he probably, you know what I mean? Probably shouldn't have worded that way because of what is going to come from behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, we get it. It's like, yeah. Like, because Richard Sherman stuck up for him.
You know what I think we're getting into a problem of now is I don't know this guy from anything, but I can't assume that everybody's racist. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but that's what some people are doing. And I think people who aren't racist unfortunately now have to learn an entire other way of being because
everybody's gonna think I'm racist.
Which it's not being racist is looked at as like being careless nowadays, to where it's like it doesn't your color doesn't matter. It's just I'm bringing up what actually happened. Is this dude's dark skin, the ball's dark skin, his jersey's dark skin, so a lot of it blends in. Right. Like if I say, yo, sometimes, honestly, I almost hit black people at night that are wearing dark clothes walking in the middle of the street. Right. Because straight up, I can't see them. That's not racist. It's fucking light and dark. Right. That's how that shit works. It's
a contrast issue.
Yeah.
But it's like the mesh point. It's like he's saying, it's like you're looking back there, and it's like, does he have the ball or not? And his hand's moving so quick that it's like, oh, we can't see if he got the ball or not. As opposed to like your quarterback was mainly a majority of they were mostly white, so seeing that transition maybe it was different. You know, his arms are so pale that it's like, oh, you don't have a brown ball there. Yep. I can tell. You know what I mean? It's like, so I get what he was saying. So I mean, his players went to back for him. Richard Sherman, from the San Francisco 49ers, he's like, listen, man, I know he's a good guy. It was nothing. He say, he probably just said it like that, but it wasn't. We knew what he meant, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Everybody knows what he meant.
Yeah.
It's hard, like you said, it's hard to see, man. If you look at the transition point of the ball brown, his skin is brown, and if he would have said brown skin, it might have been different. I think people look at it because he said dark skin. They're like putting quotations around it. You know what I mean? His dark skin. Like take that word. But when you listen to the interview and how he said it. He wasn't saying, he was just like, yeah, you know, he said, you know, with his dark skin and his jersey being dark and the ball's dark,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's at the mesh point, it's really kind of hard to see, you know what
That's
I mean?
why I said to where it almost seems like if you're not a racist, you're almost at a disadvantage because now, dude that said that was just probably in no way even thinking like, because he's only stating factual things of the dude actually is dark skinned. So
Right.
he has and it's not he's dark skinned, so he's horrible, and he's, you know, he loves watermelon and loves chicken,
Right.
and it's like, no,
You
he
know
just
those
he
dark-skinned
literally
guys-
has dark skin.
Right.
So
it's like he didn't even
where's
say
the
it.
problem?
He didn't say it in the context of a joke. You know
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
Hey, why is it hard to see a read option when a black quarterback's running it?
Exactly.
Because the mesh point, you dummy. The mesh point. You know?
dark.
You know what I mean? He didn't have that approach. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And one of the commentators was saying, he said, listen, man, he go, I don't care who you are. You always have a certain way you're talking at home with your family that you won't talk maybe in public. You know what I mean? It's like he might have had that was some conversation you probably had. Hey, you know what, that Lamar Jackson, man, he's really good. But you know what, one of the things, too, is hard? He said, man, that mesh point, man, when the skin's dark and the brown and the ball, you know, it's kind of hard to see that damn thing. You think about it, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
that's just some regular, like, coaches and shit talking, if you think, you know, but it's like, no, it gets turned into, like, buddy, you can't, you know, but what happened, what did his teams immediately do? This wasn't even the Bills, I think it was the 49ers. The teams immediately suspended him from, as soon as they brought it up, hey, did you hear what so-and-so? All right, we got to suspend you for a game because they don't want to have their name attached to anything that
Whoa.
any backlash. Yeah, he got suspended for a game for that, man. He came out with the apology. Hey, I don't know why I offended, if I offended it. And and it's funny because seeing like the black community within the NFL, like players and announcers and shit, it's like, yeah, I don't. It was
No,
kinda
you're good. You're
It
good.
was stupid,
Yeah.
but it was, nobody's offended. You probably said some dumb shit, you know what I mean? But I understand what you're trying to say, you know? And that's why he said, listen, man, we joke about that shit, light skin, dark skin all the time. If one of us said it, it'd been, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But.
Yo, so to go even deeper, then that makes me have to question how many people then think that dark skin is a bad thing?
Right.
Because all he said was dark skin.
Right.
You know, like he didn't fucking.
It's taking
there was
that. It's
nothing
taking that,
else.
I know it's that context of like hearing. It's like he said dark skin, but in people's minds when they relay the message, it goes his dark skin. You know?
Yeah.
They
So that's what I'm
used to-
saying. So like,
it
so
turns
why?
to that kind of
why in your
approach.
heads
Right.
do you think that dark skin is a bad thing?
Right.
That's fucking nuts.
You can't say the word dark or skin together, or you're racist. That's-
Dark skin, dark skin, dark skin.
Hey, listen, they used to say that about like, what kind of Italians you want? Oh, tall, dark skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, yeah, because for Italians can get dark skin from the sun, like they get olive skin, like kind of, you know what I mean? But you can't say that, you know? I don't know, man. It's dark skin.
I want to know who's actually offended.
Right.
'Cause
There's a few. I'm sure there's people that are. I didn't hear anything coming from the Players Association or those guys that kind of in that league. But I'm pretty sure there's people that go, oh, man, this is why I say fuck the NFL. And
If you're watching on YouTube, you know what color this Santa Claus is that I have in my house? He's dark skinned, I'll tell you that.
You hear that? He's got a dark skinned Santa. Oh,
You know why you
man.
can't see the bag when he drops the presents in it? Because
It's the mesh point.
it's the mesh point. Mesh point.
But now I can see it would have been different if he would have said some shit like, with his black skin,
Yeah.
like you saying that would have been like, damam, bro.
Yeah, it would have been like, huh, that was
Right.
interesting.
It's like black skin, that was your choice of words. What you meant to say was dark skin.
Exactly. If you were talking about the high twitch fibers,
Right. And now if he would have said his brown skin, I think people still made a problem with it. Now that I think about it, they
Yeah.
probably still made a problem with it. Why is he got to bring up his skin color?
that's what I was saying. In my opinion, I feel like dark skin was the best way to describe it because, like you're saying, if somebody says brown, then it's, oh my god, well, does he think he's a Mexican and does he
Right.
like
He said dark skin with the brown ball.
See, now I wonder, what if he said, because his skin is close to the color of the ball and his shirt is also dark. You know what I'm saying? Now I wonder what word made people go nuts because, like I said, to me,
What is
if
that?
somebody
So we're black, brown, and purple because his jersey's
yeah.
purple.
All of us. Do you know the color of my dick?
I know some niggas that's purple. My daddy was purple.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know. I think it's getting fucking crazy with like. the safe spaces aren't safe anymore. I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? It's like the safe spaces got so safe that now people are being stood up for that don't need to be stood up for because nothing is wrong and nothing bad happened. You know,
everybody has the right to say, I don't like the way you breathed at me. I don't like the way you looked at me.
But then Lizzo could, you know.
She could twerk.
Lizzo could pull a Rikishi at fucking center court of the fucking Lakers, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, yes, queen, yes, queen."
But
my God,
but she's getting backlash too. People are killing her too about it.
I think people are finally coming to that thing of like, all right, you're just chill, like, cool.
Right.
Listen, you're a big girl and you're confident. That's fine. But now, like, there needs to be an adult in the room that just goes, "Yo, you're really overcompensating right now." It's like, "Yo, you're good." Like,
You're making it something like
cool.
you're doing it so much that you're like really trying to mask really a deeper pain of being big, almost. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like you're putting on the front, like Monique did for how many years? With Monique, "Oh, you skinny bitch, Bob. No, I love being big," and then
then she'll take it, and the people are supporting her and everything she does. That, you know, when people get so big supported, they don't want to see anything she does wrong ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, no, but you got to think of it too. Like, it would be that low if it was, you know, Cardi B doing it. Is the backlash going to be as much? You know what I mean? It's like, or is it not? Or it still would be, because it's like, Cardi B, what are you twerking at the basketball game for?
Did you see Cardi B? Speaking of that, to me, she did something even worse. Cardi B was in some country, I don't know what country it was, and she had a meet and greet canceled. And people were complaining that she canceled the meet and greet, blah, blah, blah. So then she goes on Instagram Live on the toilet. "My stomach is fucked up. I told y'all my stomach." Like, literally, she's taking a shit on Instagram Live to prove this is why I'm not at the meet and greet, y'all, because I told you my stomach is fucked up, and I'm like straight up cartoon farting, like the echo off the bowl. And I'm like, but then that turns into, oh my, yo, she is so real.
Right.
Yo, she done took a shit on Instagram. She is the baddest bitch ever. She is so real.
I mean, it is a kind of real move, but but she's doing it for the, you know what I mean? Does she have to do that and go Instagram Live? You know, I just want to prove to y'all, I don't know. But I don't know. Like, Lizzo is like, you know, she's just, I think if you take her out of being the big girl, she might still be that anyway. I don't know. You know what I mean?
That just attention?
Just attention, right.
Yeah.
She's just, you know, it's all about attention. And then let me splash it in because I'm a big girl. Big girls do it too. Big girls, listen, I love big girls. I'm a big girl lover. That's what I do. You know what I mean? The BBW's OD. But, you know what I mean? There's a certain thing. It's like, all right, you don't have to do so much where you're like, confidence, just be a confident big girl. You know what I mean? Hold yourself a certain way. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that.
I think that confidence it gets past the breaking point and it turns into insecurity because, like, okay, you can be confident, but literally she goes to a game that she knows millions of people are going to see with a circle hole cut around her butt and her thong hanging out. And any chance she gets is pointing her backside at a camera when it's like, that's not confidence. That's fucking, to me, that's insecurity. That's me. Am I good enough? Just tell me that I'm good enough. No, because I'm going to go and I'm going to be naked. Because before then
if somebody says, damn, why you would do that? Like, oh, you hating? Oh, you fat shaming? You know?
Because 3 days before, she posted a bunch of pictures of her naked, and she's one of those girls. She's big enough where she's naked and you can't actually see anything. And I'm not making fun of her. It literally is what it is.
Oh, you didn't see the mesh point?
Yeah. There was no mesh point. You know, because her pussy hair is dark, and it's the same.
It was dark hair. She had dark pussy.
No, but like I said, there's confident, but then there's also like, what are you trying to prove as well?
Right, you know? You're overdoing it.
Because that's her exactly overdoing it. You know?
There's certain confidence level. You could have that big girl confidence and rock out. Missy did it. You know what I'm saying? She rocked her big girl shit, and then she lost weight, and her head started looking funny. So Missy Elliott, I don't know that one. You was better off as a big girl.
I'm never like.
I like Missy as a big girl.
I never hit a woman, but I might clothesline the shit out of her if I ever see her, just because she like
savage. Man.
I've said it before, man, but
don't let my mother hear you talk about Missy that way. That's her favorite. You don't talk about Missy. You don't talk about Missy Elliott.
I mean no disrespect, but me and Moms could lock up one time because when Missy Elliott said these words that I've complained about plenty of times before, look like I could be like Nia Long. No, you don't. No, you don't. No. No.
It's the
No.
It's the swaggerific.
No, you don't. No. There's never been a time where any picture of Missy Elliott ever came on that anybody was in a full sprint, ran bypassed, and was like, is that Nia? No, it's never happened. No one's ever looked at a picture of Missy Elliott. No one's ever seen her live. Nobody's ever saw her with different makeup on. No one has ever seen a representation of Missy Elliott where they thought that she looked like Nia Long. That did not happen.
It was that time in Cancun. It was the lighting, and it was, you know what I mean?
It was not real.
The distance.
You can't talk about a fucking childhood crush and then be like, thunk, put me on top. No. It did not
Don't
happen.
I look like Nia? Don't fuck this up
No.
for me. Don't you do that.
That shit ruined my everything.
Right.
I was
It's like, hey,
don't
listen,
fucking
anybody,
do
it's
that.
like ladies that do that, and then you gotta put a card on them, the ones that get crazy. Oh, you're just shit. Listen, because when you got your shit for that nigga that's out there, you're fucking Brad Pitt, that nigga's looking all chiseled.
Yeah.
And then you say, well, I mean, Larry the Cable Guy is just pretty much like the same thing. You're going to say what? Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Right.
No. You're like, hell no. Don't you ever compare that nigga to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep that shit real 100%, man. If you're not that, you're not that. Like some people are, you know, they're sculpted to like what we see visually as like, oh man, that's like a perfect body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would love that body. I don't have it. You know what I mean? But some people have it, you know. And if you don't have it, then don't be fucking, well, we're just, no, you can be confident. It's like, I hold myself a certain way, but just know you don't have that. Like people that do shit like that, that's for them. You know what I mean? Like skinny jeans, I think, are for slim people. So I think when I see big people trying to jump in them shit's like, what are you doing right now? It's
You
not
look
even a good. It
so
doesn't,
uncomfortable.
It looks uncomfortable. It doesn't
Yeah.
look good. It's not a good look. You know what I mean? It's like, well, they could do it. I could do it. Like you're just basing it on that premise. And we've talked about this before. That whole if they could do it, I could do it only goes with so far.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's like, yeah, for certain things I get it, but you know, with the whole thing I talked about before with ladies, like if men can go around fucking everybody, then why can't women? No, you can, but you have to take the same result a man takes when he hears. You know what I mean? When
Bro, it's the same thing as freedom of speech. Freedom of speech
Right.
means that you can say what you want. That does not mean that there's zero consequences. So
Right.
you can fuck as many guys as you want to, but it does not mean that there are zero consequences and that nobody's ever going to not like you're still
Right.
responsible for.
Somebody's not going to say
You
something
know what
about
somebody said on the internet that is the realest shit I ever heard in my life,
Realest
and I
shit I ever
retweeted
heard.
it, and I might get my first tattoo ever across my forehead. He said, "Don't be dumb on purpose." Sweet.
Yeah, it's
And
a move.
I feel that because that's what people do with when they try to justify bullshit that they know is bullshit.
Right.
Don't be dumb on purpose. Because it was in response to Beyonce just came out with a picture that shows her ass. And so somebody put the picture of Beyonce next to the picture of Lizzo and is like, so Beyonce's okay and Lizzo's not. And he explained, he was like, that's a photo shoot. That's a Lakers game. Don't be dumb on purpose. And I'm like, bro, I want to be friends with you.
Right.
I want to shake your goddamn hand and let me know if you got any more of those.
Beyonce's got that, and she's got all that flair. She's got everything. Even the sassiest people, you know what I mean? They go to the game. They're not doing that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like you said, you're doing it all
Listen,
because
if
of the flair.
Beyonce went to a Lakers game with a hole cut out in her outfit with her ass out and was shaking her ass all over, everyone would be like, that shit's corny. That's just
Right.
too much.
That's like, Beyonce, what you doing
They'd be
right
like,
now?
yeah, that's ugly.
Why you
Like,
acting
why are
up?
you doing that?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Why you acting up right now? Like
Like
cut that
Beyonce
out.
doesn't need that attention, and Lizzo's one of the biggest artists in the world right now. She doesn't need that fucking attention.
She just her being there and present would have been fine enough. They were like, oh,
Yeah.
she's here, Lizzo's here. We love you. Oh my God. I'm man great today. Play the song, you know. But then it's like, well, but she lit though. But that's that. I think that age shit too, though. You know, she's from that. She's a young woman too. So
and there is an entire generation of people that, to me, being sloppy is the biggest turnoff ever. To some people, being sloppy is, oh yeah, she's so crazy, she's so real, and like, no, it's just sloppy. Like it doesn't look good to me. I don't know.
It's doing the whole like, you know, I'm not a big, I don't really take care of myself. It's a difference between taking care of yourself and then being. If you're like doing a like I'm comfortable look, that's a look to me. Like you're comfortable with me, you didn't do your hair today, but this and that. But you took a shower though. You know what I mean? Like, there's levels to this shit. Like, it's like, you got your hair kind of messy, you got the sweatpants on and shit. You're kind of scrolling around, but you're fucking clean.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The shit that your clothes are clean. It's a different flow. It's like, I'm just like, I ain't gonna shower for a couple of days and shit. Like wear the same pants. Why people gotta be shaming me? Why are they funk shaming?
Right?
Funk shaming? That's probably a thing too.
I'm telling you,
I
sure
done funk
it will
shamed
be.
a lot of people, man. I'm gonna admit to that shit. Fuck it, my nose is important too. All noses matter, nigga. I'm funk shaming,
Funk
niggas.
shaming.
Word life, man. Every cat be getting it. Everybody gonna get it.
Funk shame.
Oh man, so funk that. Keep twerking at games and getting attention. And how about you just do this? Just make music. That's cool. That's cool too.
Yeah, like I get, man. It's part of the image. It's part of all that stuff.
It is,
man,
and
she's
keeping
cool.
her
She does
brand.
her thing. It's just
She's trying to keep her brand going.
To me, that shit just look desperate as fuck. You know what I mean?
But it's the lights, camera, action. Let me do some shit here. Let me take away from the game. How can I do that? Oh,
shout out to Rikishi.
Kishi with the splash.
The stink face.
What was it? Was that what the name? Was that the name of that move in the corner?
The stink face. Yeah.
Oh God, he put his ass in niggas' faces in the corner.
He did that shit to Vince McMahon himself. Hit him with the stank.
Oof. Didn't fucking what you call do that shit too? Yokozuna?
No, he stood on the turnbuckle and then dude was on the ground and then
His ass was in his face, though, right?
he would jump and drop his ass down to the mat.
Oh, to the mat. That was
Yeah.
Yokozuna shit. Okay, yeah.
Bonsai drop, homie.
Bonsai drop. Yeah, I remember that nigga.
Speaking of wrestling, real quick, if you want to age yourself real quick,
Get
if
it
you
out
want to
there.
feel like an old motherfucker,
Get there.
they announced 2 entrants for the WWE Hall of Fame next year. One a little bit older, but still the NWO. Hogan, Hall, Nash.
Okay.
X-Pac, and then who knows how many more because there's a dumb amount, but I think they're just putting the core in. But that'll be Hulk Hogan's second time going in the Hall of Fame. And Batista. Dave Batista going into the WWE Hall of Fame next year. Batiste.
Really? I mean, shit. He been around for how long?
Over 10, I'll tell you that. Yeah. But he retired this year at WrestleMania. Well, this past WrestleMania in April.
So where's that located? Actually, the Hall of Fame.
Oh, it's not real. It's not a real thing.
It's not a location like
No.
the NBA and everybody has one like Canton and shit. Oh, it's just.
It would be nice. It would
be
be.
an actual place to go. WE, you got all the fucking money in the world, man. Make that happen for the fans in the world, man. Like get that old WWF. Oh yeah, I said it. WWF, nigga. What I was born and raised on, nigga. You know what I mean? You take away the federation from me.
Doink the clown, dog.
You know what I mean? Want nobody confusing shit with the wildlife organization. You niggas been in the shadows for how long? Well, this is affecting our business because they took our acronyms. Like, are you fucking kidding me, man?
I still can't believe that the World Wildlife Fund won. That's the shit that bugged me out. I was like,
Like
whoa.
they've been running with that brand how long?
I think
And
it
then
was
they
something
came in?
because the World Wildlife Fund had more
Subscribers
around the world. Had more subscribers. Had more they had it registered more places around the world, something like that.
Got you. That's all it took was that one little. It's like, but who's making more money off this shit, man? You know what I mean? You got to go. Well, whose business might get affected more from this? But luckily, WWE, they shined, man. They didn't need it.
I think they should have never said anything because I'll tell you nowadays. Not that I heard a whole lot when I was growing up, but I never hear a fucking thing about the World Wildlife Fund anymore, unless it's a convetion exactly like we're having right now.
When people are bringing them up.
But I remember back in the day, it was always like, oh, yeah, WWF, which one? You know?
Don't nobody say that shit now. It's like, WF. Is that the shit with the panda?
Panda.
That's what the shit with the logo with the panda? Is that those guys?
The panda holding a chair?
Are they out there saving wildlife still, or what are they doing about those forest fires in Cali? Hello, you want to do some WF?
The forest fires in the Amazon, dub.
I mean, how about that, WWF? Niggas, get out there. Why don't you body slam your fucking water out there and help them niggas? You know what I'm
Body
saying?
slam a palm tree.
You know what I mean?
Get
The
shit
fuck?
popping.
But that's dope, though. They got Hall of Fame popping. So they just kind of do they have like big ceremony and shit like that? Is that what they?
Yeah, they got the big ceremony. They got they make a night of it. They got the
They don't have
ceremony.
matches and shit, do they?
No. They just do the intro. The people talk. Everyone comes. They do their speech of like, "Thank you, you still love me," all that stuff.
I'll never forget.
And then the crowd chants one more match, and all that stuff. And then they get to come out at WrestleMania and wave their hand at the people. And
Now it's funny, like when for something like that. Now, do they come out like in character, or they come out like the regular selves?
Nah, regular.
Right, okay, that's cool. I was like, you know what I mean? The niggas come out just like,
that'd be rough.
turn it off, nigga. Like, you made it.
No, yeah, they come out and just do the whole like, thank you. This has been
yeah, Vince McMahon,
And usually somebody drops a quick story about something that happened on the road. Yeah, but that is a big thing. Is Vince McMahon does not want to be thanked. Like he made it perfect. He made it crystal clear. Like don't mention me, don't say my name, all that other stuff. So.
Like Vince, we got to you, the nigga, B.
Yeah.
The plug don't want to be mentioned, y'all. The plug don't want to be mentioned.
DX went in last year and they made a whole big play on it of like, while they're doing their speech, they're like, yo, just remember, don't thank Vince. They're saying it in front of everybody.
Vince don't want that shit. He don't want the love, y'all.
Yeah. So they made a big spectacle out of it by, thanking him by kept saying to not thank him. And it was good. It was fun.
A thing. Oh, nigga. So that's dope. I mean, it's going to happen. Eventually they'll have a location, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
And they might be in the works already. Who knows, man?
Because they are changing buildings.
$1 million fucking, $1 billion? Probably?
Yeah, it's a $1 billion company.
Yeah, definitely $1 billion company.
Put a billy on it.
You know what I mean? Got that Billy, so they can put shit anywhere. What do you want to do? They can want to buy a country, nigga. This is now a little country, a little island somewhere is owned by the WWE. That's gonna happen. That can. You know what I mean? Definitely.
But also another thing that is interesting that you wouldn't think is happening, but it is happening so soon, but just nobody talks about it, is the XFL is coming back in February. So
that's pretty dope. I'm interested to watch some football in February because now the season ends in the NFL. They did it perfect timing.
Yep.
Wait, why not? If you're a football fan, this is your perfect time to check out another league, and maybe it'll interest you because it's going to be on the off-peak of your regular NFL flow.
The smartest thing that they could do if they could is get Johnny Manziel on a fucking team and get fucking AB on a team if they can.
Yeah, Manziel would be a good one. All the people that NFL don't want. You got Johnny Manziel, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? AB, Terrell Owens, because he's still
trying.
Yeah, I think he was last time. Well, he might be out the loop. I think T.O. gave it up, but Des Bryant, another one for the Cowboys. He got no love nowhere. Your Ray Rice, you get him back in the fold.
Yep.
Everybody that got shunned.
They could have it, man. They could have it.
Go on to the XFL, man. Get you some bread. It might not be because it's just starting out. You're not going to get them big contracts like the NFL. But it's a job, nigga.
Yeah, and it's a place for you to be seen again. It's a place for you to have and I'm sure that they're only going to have like a 6-game season, something like that.
Start off
with
10
what?
Or something maybe. Yeah.
It'll be fucking a place for you to be seen. Like
that's interesting. I wonder how
just
many
like the dude that got signed that was working out with Cap. The Kaepernick didn't get no call back, but the dude that was catching the balls in the end zone, he got the call back.
You want to be on the practice squad?
So fucking funny to me.
Cap can't even make a practice squad right now. Fucked up. But people don't want people just don't want the circus, man. It's like
he shot himself in the foot with the last thing he did, where he was just like. You don't agree to everything and then disagree at the last minute and claim that they're fucked up because that was you.
They changed things and like, yo, you the one that called this thing. You the one that agreed to it when they said this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
If they said this is what we're gonna do and this date, this location, boom, boom, boom. When they first told you it, is when you say, nah, we got other plans. Yo, we're not liking that. We're gonna make it at a high school.
Exactly. You don't agree to it all, and then when it gets closer, be like, nah. Because even at the point of. Even just go, I'm going to be shooting it for myself, though. And I can, because nobody, I won't have none of you guys on film, all that stuff, but I'm going to film it for myself because I want to put it out.
Right.
Whatever. You talk about that type of stuff instead of like last minute throwing a fucking fit.
Right. So they're going to try to blackball me.
Yeah.
And show bad footage. They're gonna give like coaches in the league footage that's all shitty, like my shitty passes or whatever.
But it worked for Cap's side because Cap threw a fucking 35-yard pass and everyone on Twitter just went, "See, NFL." When it's like, no. I could throw a 35-yard pass.
They want to see what else you got. It's like, all right, okay, you could throw it. No, we'll work you out some more.
But that's the thing to where how. Every now and then we talk about the whole alternative facts thing where it's real. Like if you like Cap and you're down with what he's doing, there's the footage out there for you to have your backup and for you to be like, see, that's why, and that's why I love him. If you also don't like him, there's all the information here and all this product here to go, see, that's why I don't like him. And neither side is wrong in my opinion.
Right.
It's just, you can, how do you want it?
Right. How you want to not like him, or how you want to love him?
Coming up as in a
for real.
Sorry.
At the beginning of the night, maybe you should judge a nigga on his skills. I mean,
The content of his character.
The content of his ball skills, nigga.
Judge me not on my skin color, but by the content of my character and the curvature in my dome.
Judge me not out of the context of the mesh point of my skin complexion.
Mesh point.
I know that's been my word for the last so many hours. Like that nigga said, mesh point. It really makes it hard to see the mesh point. That's all I'm saying. It's like, yeah, the nigga just spoke like a fucking art major. That's all that was. You know what I mean? He went into contrast and complexion and like. If
You had me at mesh point.
Right. If an artist was explaining that, you'd be like, oh, I get it because he's an artist with his dark skin tone complexions.
Darky.
Like, why do you got to say dark complexions? Why do you got to say dark colors?
Yes, his skin color is dark, but why do you have to say it? How was I?
We know it. Why do you have to let him know that we know it? You're fucking it up, Timmy. God, they can't
That's
get
crazy. I feel sorry for that dude because, man, like I said, I don't know him from anything. He might be a racist guy, but I just feel like he got caught up in the unsuspecting of like, wait, I didn't.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp went to bat for him. It was like Shannon Sharp used to play with him. He said, oh, no, not Timmy. That Tim, my boy, my boy Timmy right there. Nah, man, I don't, I never believed him to do anything like that. I mean, you can get a feel for somebody. Sometimes you're like, yeah, you say that shit when I'm not around.
Yep.
Shit, my neighbor's like that. He live right upstairs.
This is the funny thing to where like you can get it from that side, but I'll tell you, I get it from this side of when people talk to me. Sometimes you can tell when they throw the line out there to see if you want it. You know what I'm saying? They throw the line out of like,
you know what I mean?
They might say colored. They might, nobody goes hard R off the bat
unless they know you're a willing partaker.
Exactly. Somebody they'll test the water though. Hey,
you willing to get in this bucket with me?
Exactly.
You agree? Is this the agree bucket or you're indifferent?
That shit is the worst.
Oh, you don't do it at all? Okay. I've seen that, man. Those buckets are funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen black people change on me before. As soon as they find out like I was half white, well, so you don't get it then. So you got a white mother, so you just gonna run that way. So I immediately turned into the house Negro. Immediately. Oh, you was inside the house. But it's like, knock on the window. Isn't being a slave still being a slave? I don't.
Boss?
In the house, out the house, nigga, aren't you still owned?
Man,
like,
and
that's more embarrassing to be over there in the house.
I was going to say, and I wonder if some slave owners might have even treated you worse because they would be so mad that you got some white inside you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's even closer now. Right. The white's inside of you as well.
Hybrid. I hate your hair's all good. My fucking wife keep looking at you because you kind of look like a white man with brown skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
John Legend. It's your body and it's your choice.
White man with brown skin. There's certain guys that have those features. Like, man, you kind of really resemble like a white guy, but with brown.
Now, listen, I'm a straight white male, and that's a problem everywhere. But John Legend won, I think it was People's Sexiest Man Alive. And I'm like, yo, just no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but Idris Elba exists.
He's out there.
I'm a straight white male, but
he's bagging him.
You stand Idris Elba next to John Legend. Yeah, Chrissy Teigen's still fucking John, but come on.
Right.
I'm sorry.
When you go the man
hey, listen, as a straight man, maybe I don't know what a sexy man is, but
I've been told, I took a census, I would believe that the ladies would run more with Idris as far as, even, who's the one that my lady, her man crushed, the light-skinned guy that's in SWAT, the Diesel guy.
I don't know what SWAT is.
This is a show, SWAT. Yeah, it's been out for a while. Fuck. Sorry, baby. I don't remember your man crush. I don't know. Light-skinned ballhead nigga with the goatee and shit.
Alexa, who's the actor on the TV show SWAT?
The cast of SWAT includes Shamar Moore.
There it is.
Alexa, stop.
Shamar Moore. Shamar Moore, big light skin.
You too.
Oh,
beautiful.
Oh,
ooh, it's true.
Oh, she's fluffing you right now.
Ooh, I love you.
Alexa, wait till later. You gonna get the work of a lifetime.
Digital love.
Digital love, and that's
Computer love.
yeah. But you look at him. He's like light skin, tall. He's got the chiseled shit. Like there's certain features like that chiseled look, warrior look, and the nigga's like, oh my god, like he's got the muscles and shit. Come on, let's be real. That's like, well, we don't know, but from what we see from the reaction from women, that seems to be what they think is sexy.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like that's the shit. Like as a youth, we saw is like. As a young boy growing up, like you wanted to be that guy. You know what I mean? It's like you wanted to be that dude. All the ladies love him. You know what I mean? You want to be that dude. You want to be
smooth brother,
smooth, rude. You know what I mean? Diesel and shit. Like yo, I want to be that. Why? Because the ladies love that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that gives you your kind of concept of what you see is to be the sexy dude. So when you put Idris versus Legend. But Legend can sing, so he gonna win that one. Panties drop. You know what I mean?
But Idris can DJ, which is all. Hey man, you know what I'm saying?
With an English accent.
Exactly.
There's points there.
He was supposed to be the Black James Bond. That would have taken it over the top.
You want me to bring that Notorious B.I.G. back real quick? I love you. Want me to bring it back?
I'm telling you.
Bring it back one time for the one heads.
That shit is fun. I don't even know how we got there, but
yeah, Idris is the guy. We were talking about the mesh point. I think we got off at that point.
It was the mesh point.
We got lost in concept.
Lost in the mesh point.
Lost in the mesh. But speaking of those lost, man, rest in peace there to a young rapper, Juice WRLD. I only know him from that one song that was the Shadows in My Room. I still see the shadows in my room and in my head. You shouldn't have left me. Maybe, I don't know. In that song, it's that he dives into that realm of it's like emo rap that's big now.
Yeah,
these guys that it's like all my friends are dead, and so he's in that world of popping pills and shit, which they found in the system. They say he had a seizure in the airport, and they went into toxicology and shit. I guess he had some pills he popped or whatever.
Yeah,
that probably was the result of all that. So young kid, man, what 21, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. 21,
20.
No man, drugs are no joke, and especially and. The one thing that I give it up to young rich people that don't fall down that hill, like think when we were experimenting with drugs. Like that's one thing, like remember when Ozzy Osbourne's kids were all fucked up and I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like imagine being that young, that rich and like, bro, okay, cool, man, we can get an eighth and we can smoke it. We'll all get high. And then, but these people could be like, oh, I can have as much as I want of whatever I want. Like your first time out, you can try as much heroin as you want, and you just somehow don't kill yourself. Good for you. You know
I survived, but that was a hell of a ride.
Yeah,
you have the funds and the access to all that shit, and people's like, well, fuck it, I can do it, so I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
I am the plug, nigga.
No, and that's what all these young kids, these young kids are doing nowadays. The Percocet and the lean and all the whatever. I know rappers are into heroin and just weird shit, man, but.
Yeah,
that's what's fucking killing all of them, man.
It's a dark space right now for like a lot of the youth men and the depression shit they go through, and it's like, man, there is so much going on and opportunity out there, man. And
well, I'll tell you something that I've noticed in myself that I've tried to disconnect from at certain times is, I noticed the other day that I'm always stimulated. I always have some type of stimuli going on and I need to stop that. Like when I take a shower, I'm listening to music. When I'm not in the shower, like say if I'm walking to my car to go to work, I'm listening to a podcast as I'm doing it when I get in. Like something when I go to sleep, I fall asleep with the fucking with my tablet playing something, and then eventually that turns off. But I feel like there's never a time where I'm not stimulated by something. Like even at work when I'm walking around doing tours, I'm listening to a podcast or I'm listening to music.
You just need those moments of just kind of being for a moment.
Yeah. There's always some sort of stimuli coming at me, and there's always something. Like I'm never just sitting calm and quiet and need to reset. And I think that's really key. I think that's key. And absolutely. That's why when you go out into the woods and you just like chill for a second, you're like, oh my God, this is what I need.
You need the headspace and just kind of, and I do that from time to times, and and they always remind ourselves, man, because we're always, these phones, man, it's
these phones,
it's there, and it's sometimes all right, stay away for a second and do something else. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm not a painter or anything, but or just even like you said, just sit and just not do anything, and that sometimes is okay. Like I think that's the thing. Like people sometimes just sit and not do anything, just reflect for a second, go into a mental space, and just kind of just Like you said, just be, nigga.
'Cause
Just
I
be.
think that's part of the depression thing, and I think that's part of a lot of the mental stuff is just
they don't know
I'm
what to do.
constantly bombarded with something. Like there's never a time when shit just isn't happening.
That's
And
crazy, man. You might have came up with that epiphany of it all because it's like
telling you.
look at the youth, man. That's and they were raised and born and brought into nothing but stimulation, and now it's like at such a fast pace and fast rate. Now you take that away, and that drug is now gone, and they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yep.
Like I said, I've seen it. You know,
Even in a microcosm here, if I get a text right now, I'm going to look at it. If you get a text right now, you're going to look at it. When like we should have the patience of like that really doesn't matter right now.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
If it was
But
real
if
important,
it-
that call would have came in. Or
exactly.
something, you know what I mean?
It's just one of those like it's constant and yeah, like I'm saying, we're not above it or we're not apart from it. We're definitely in the thick of it. But it's something that I realized the other day when I was like, yo, there's never a time where I'm just quiet, calm, and centered. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I was thinking about today because I was watching a couple of new trailers for movies. Like they're making a new Ghostbusters. They're making and that goes along closer to the original. But it was one of those where I'm like, I think movies could get big again if people kind of looked at it as like, yo, if I go to the movies, I won't be on my phone for 2 fucking hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You step away from it and you actually enjoy a story coming out. You know?
Like for me, I know when I go to the movie theater, I don't look at my phone. I really don't. So I'm like, yo, that might be something to start
As
doing
opposed
again.
to maybe being home watching your favorite series, and you're gonna be on that phone while the series is on. You know what I mean? It's like you got it on TV, you're doing some other. You're watching, you're into it, but you're like multitasking with your brain. You know.
Even when I'm at work and I can watch, streaming on Xfinity and bro, I'm always watching 2 things at once. Like literally, I'll watch a TV show on this one, whatever I'm watching, and then I'll watch a kung fu flick on mute over there. Like and I'm like, I shouldn't need all that.
Yeah, that's
you know
the
what I'm
thing,
saying?
though.
Like when
Kung
only
Fu is perfect background.
Yeah.
Shit, by the way, it's a perfect background setting.
when only doing one thing, I feel bored, which I definitely shouldn't. You know, like I feel like only one thing is not enough, and it really shouldn't be. Like, definitely, I should be able to go take a shit without my phone. I should be able to take a shower without listening to music constantly, just constant. And I think that's a lot of kids are going through that today, like losing their mind and being addicted to social media. And they just can't get away from it. And so I think a lot of that depression comes in when it's
just,
like, imagine being that young nowadays and that addicted, and then your parents taking away your phone. No wonder some kids will attack their fucking parents over it.
Hurt themselves, attack them.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, it's funny, man.
You know, little kids do that weird shit where they start like hitting themselves in the head and stuff. And you're like,
it's crazy, man. And somebody had said something to me one time when the lady Stacy, shout out to Stacy,
S-Bug.
the cat lady around the way in the back of our old spot we were at, and she was saying something where she was like, yeah, because we're talking about someone like when the cats do that shit, when you're petting them and they try to bite you, like what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, she's all about cat lady. She was like, yeah, that's all that overstimulation. They're getting overstimulation and they can't help but react that way. It's almost like it's the same shit, man. They're overstimulated from the shit. And they react in a certain way from it, you know what I mean? And then you kind of take it away, and it's like they don't. It's just a knee jerk reaction for them to be that way, man. A sink into a depression, And I watch it because I've seen it happen with young ones now, 13. It's like take away that phone, man. It's like I'm gonna go in that room and sleep now all day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna sleep the fucking day away because what else am I gonna do? Because that's
and
all I
it's
had to
literally
feed my brain.
I just want time to pass so I can get my phone back. So what's the quickest way to do that? Go to sleep, knock out for it.
Right. I walk out, wake up. I wonder what's going on. I wonder who's saying what on social media. I wonder who's doing like, man, that can really fucking, like you said, there's reasons why you're, as a youth, you're only supposed to have, when it's like, oh, well, you're just, baby. But there's a reason why. It's because mentally at that age, you're not stable enough to handle certain things, man. I mean, you're supposed to kind of almost work your way into it. As opposed to just kind of dump it all at once and all right, here it is. I just dumped the fucking box of everything on your lap and you sort through it and you got so much time to do it. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean?
And even I see it in our parents now, like, because every now and then I'll still, like, I've explained this before, but to have the band pages on Facebook, you need to still have a personal one. So I still have like 8 friends on there or whatever. And you see like my parents interacting and my aunts and uncles interacting, and you're just like, yo, they're addicted to this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like they fucking love it.
Right. I seen it on Facebook the other day. I seen it on Facebook today. I know
sharing memes and all this other stuff. Like
I see more older people doing that now more than anything.
yeah,
It's true.
It's definitely Facebook has moved on to an older crowd.
You know,
like,
I even talk. I bring it up sometimes because catching this like with my lady and shit. Like being together, we'll be there, and then sometimes, she does a little more than me sometimes, but get jammed into like playing a game on their phone. You know what I mean? It's like here we are in each other's company. And we're locked into phones. Like, put the shit down.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
You're here, but you're not here.
Yeah,
Bars.
right. You know what I mean? It's like I've said that before. And it's like it's almost like it's a rude thing. Almost it can come off rude. It's like
there's a word for it.
I'm here with you, but I'd rather not be. You know what I mean? That's how it comes off. It's like no, that's not what it means at all. But like no, that's how it comes off.
There's a word for it, and it's not this word, but it's something like cell ignored, like cell phone ignored, because. In real life, if it was something else, it would be so fucking crazy if I was trying to show you a music video, and imagine if you just picked up a book and we're just like, that would seem crazy, like, but nobody even thinks that it's an asshole to be like, oh, cool, you're trying to show. No, I'm paying attention.
No, go ahead, I'm listening. I
hear you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, word.
Right.
And then you're over there being like, yeah, man, I just won the lottery. I'm gonna suck your mom's dick later. And they're like, oh, cool, word. And you're like, you are.
However that goes, yo, you got that. And it's a thing, man. And I see it because they'll sit together. I seen a table full of young people together at a table, 8 of them one time, man, and everybody was on their phone.
Yeah.
Like you guys are just sitting together. And nobody's even fucking talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you're just near each other, not necessarily hanging out.
I want your energy around me, but let me go into my own world.
Yep.
It's
rough, but everyone's addicted, and everybody does it to a certain extent. But it is funny to think about, like
knowing it and catching yourself, man. It's like that's what I try. I try to balance it sometimes because I know I'm gonna give into it. I'm gonna always do it because I enjoy this shit too. You know what I mean? So I'm not anti, but. Just try to catch myself once in a while to step away, like, oh, all right, put it down, flip it, forget it.
And it is funny because it's such a new thing. Like I think we do attach those new rules to it. Like I said, you wouldn't do it with something else. It's just, and when I say you, I don't mean you. I just mean in the broad sense of you wouldn't do it with something else. Like you wouldn't fucking start doing a crossword puzzle, and like it's a weird.
Good, I'm listening.
You wouldn't. I'm listening, but I'm gonna just read this newspaper while you're talking. It's fucking crazy.
That's your focal point. When people are doing those things, that's their time. You know what I mean? When you're doing the newspaper, you're reading. That's your own time. But now, when people are dove into the phone, it's not just your time. It's just all the time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's all you're doing. Is all you're doing. Where now people are getting in trouble at work. You know what I mean? How many times? I mean, now I'm going to fast food restaurants and like, I'm watching her like this. Like, ain't you supposed to be getting my food?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like. I'm not trying to be the asshole at the fast food joint.
Yo, and I know
I come in here for a service. You know what I mean? I didn't make you work here. You decided to work here.
Yep.
I came here deciding to buy food that you're going to be making. So the services, you be paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
And be attentive to what I'm ordering because that's what you're paid to do. You know what I mean? Not go back there like, yeah, your fries about to come out. Yeah. Yep. Like, yo, what you doing right now? Like, come on now.
Unfortunately, they're working a minimum wage job that they're like, fuck this shit.
Right.
But no, it is crazy. I wonder how many fast food workers bust their phone because when I pick up from Uber, wherever I go to, every girl has their cell phone in their back pocket. And all I could think about, I'm like, yo, you don't sit on that ever?
My lady's one. She's definitely a back pocketer. And her case is always cracked. I don't know if it's from that, but I'm gonna give a hint that maybe it's close to it. Because even if it's not something you sat on, but the fumble trying to pull it out the back pocket,
there's that. But it
never sits in there all the way.
Then I think that most of the time girls wear relatively tight jeans, and I'm like, yo, if you do a squat, that thing's just gonna be against the curve of the move. Man, we didn't talk about hard butts. This is dude butt country, man.
Dude butt country. You niggas know about that.
You don't belong around here. This is dude butt country.
Oh, my Atlanta. But, we just want people to stay woke, man. And maybe the watermelon versus pumpkin can help you stay woke, folks.
Man, and if you're all going to stare at your phone for 2.5 hours, make sure you do it while listening to Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast.
Yeah.
And please like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend who it is.
Hey, listen, I don't want you niggas to listen to this shit while niggas is trying to talk to you, though. Pause
Bars.
it. Come back to us. We'll be right here. You know what I mean?
Or you know what? Put it on your TV, show it to your friend, and then you guys could both be on your phones doing whatever the fuck you want to. But just give us the damn plays.
Give us the plays and the likes and subscribes and keep doing it because at the end of the day, my niggas,
It's the beginning of the night.
my hat will stay brown and dirty forever. And I love you niggas because the mesh point between my skin and my dirty hat is whatever.
It's getting closer.
It's getting closer. Dude, sheesh.